I don't think most people should buy cryptocurrencies unless they follow these 3 tips. Stick around to the end because I'm gonna tell you my favorite cryptocurrencies to buy. What's up, you guys? It's That Guy in Tech. I wanna start by asking you a question. How would it feel if you took all of your hard-earned money and you ripped it in half? I don't think it would feel very good. Now, that's something most people would not willingly do, but if you were trading the cryptocurrency markets this year in 2021, that is precisely what may have been happening to your portfolio. A lot of people who are looking at cryptocurrencies might not even have a steady income. If you don't have that yet, then we need to get your priorities straight. Go focus on getting a stable job and making an income before you start playing with such a risky asset. And the UX, the user experience for buying and investing in cryptocurrencies, although it's getting better every single day, it still can be kind of tricky. But if you're ready to make the leap, then I would say there are 3 things to consider as you're buying cryptocurrencies. For the first strategy, only buy what you can afford to lose. I have a funny story about this. In 2017, after I'd bought some Ethereum, some Bitcoin, some of the big cryptocurrencies, I really wanted to chase the high of the same returns I was getting from Ethereum. I looked into this coin called Ant Shares. And right now, today, it's called Neo, but back then it was called Ant Shares. And they were basically trying to be the Chinese Ethereum. So I spend a little bit of money and buy into it. Now, I did follow this advice. Buy only what you can afford to lose. I only spent a couple of $100 buying Ant Shares. Crazy thing is the price ended up ballooning and I actually made a good amount of money on paper. But today, I don't even know where my password is or my private key is to unlock that Neo. Maybe I'll find it, maybe I won't, I'm not sure. And it kind of stings because today it would be worth a good chunk of change. But when I look back into what I had invested originally, it wasn't that much. So it doesn't feel that bad. But stories like this are very common. People lose their passwords, people get scammed. So you gotta make sure you don't buy more than you can afford to lose because it's such a risky environment. For the second strategy when you're considering buying cryptocurrencies is dollar cost averaging. And I would say this is true of a lot of different kinds of investments that are on the riskier side. What you wanna do in order to mitigate the chances of you buying high and ended up selling low is you just continuously buy no matter what the price is, whether it's high or whether it's low, so that over time, the average price that you're buying in at is pretty stable. If you spent $20 a month buying Bitcoin, starting from 2018 all the way until now, the middle of 2021, you would have spent about $860, but the Bitcoin that you'd have is worth around $3,388. And if you compare that to just buying it once and trying to time the market, you could have bought low and ended up doing a lot better, but you could have also bought during April or February when it was super hyped up and now you're down half your money. So it's a pretty good idea if you really want to buy, you believe in the long-term investment over many, many years to dollar cost average. Spend a small amount of money every month or every quarter of the year. And over time, that's going to really build up and average out your costs. And it'll be better for you. It'll be better for your wallet. It'll be better for your portfolio. In terms of the user experience, I would actually say there are a lot of apps and exchanges out there today that have improved a lot, making the flow easy for people to understand and get started. For example, there are apps out there like PayPal, Robinhood, Coinbase, Cash App that have really started allowing users to buy some cryptocurrency, watch the price fluctuate, and sell at a certain point. Now, if you are to try one, the first one I would recommend you to try, especially in the US, is Coinbase. Because when you buy cryptocurrencies on Coinbase, you can actually take them out of their system and put it into your own wallet that you control. And if you don't know what that means, then I'll make a video on it later. Leave a comment below if you want me to explain it. But basically, you want a system where you can actually take the coins out. That's super important. I can show you Coinbase. If you go to Coinbase Coinbase and download the mobile app, then you'll open it, you'll create an account, and then there's a profile, and you can see like, these are the coins I'm watching, I guess, but there's all these other coins. And then what you can do is you can just do buy, and you can pick a cryptocurrency, and for example, Bitcoin's at the top, and then I just want to buy like $20 worth of Bitcoin. And what's cool is you can set a one-time purchase or you can set a daily or a weekly, and that allows you to do dollar cost averaging, which is super nice. You can preview the buy. It'll show you the current Bitcoin price that you're purchasing at, how much the fees are. So Coinbase takes a fee because they are creating this exchange and helping you out and blah, blah, blah. So the total cost will be $20. Those are my 3 tips, strategies, things to think about. I'll leave you with 2 thoughts. First is overall, when it comes to investing, there's kind of a hierarchy of where you should put your money. First of all, you need an emergency fund. So before you even go out and buy Bitcoin and Ethereum and cryptocurrencies, you need to have a certain amount of money set aside in case you lose your job or you decide to quit your job or you need to go to the hospital and you need some money set aside to pay for that. Next, you should take advantage of certain tax advantaged investment vehicles. So these are things like 401k, retirement, HSAs, stuff like that. And then pick out some individual stocks for companies that you believe are going to do well. For me, I've looked at Tesla and Nvidia and Apple, these big tech companies that are known to generate profits and are probably going to be around for a long time. Finally, then look into risky investments like cryptocurrencies. The last thought I want to leave you with is my personal favorites for beginners to get involved in is Bitcoin and Ethereum. You might not get super crazy returns at this point, like 100 times returns, but I still think there's a 10x potential for both of these. And there's already enough proven use cases and proven integration. Mining companies, there are software companies, there are all these things with NFTs now that are built on top of these technology platforms. So they're really not just a currency anymore. They are a new way of doing money. So that sounds silly when I say it, but that's really what it is. And if you're trying to decide between Bitcoin and Ethereum, I will personally recommend you to go with Ether, as the one to buy, because I think it has a higher upside potential than Bitcoin. It's more fun to use because you can actually use it to buy NFTs and play games, gamble, and earn interest. So it's much more useful today in the crypto space. But if you want to be safer and you want to use a more proven cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is the way to go. It's been around 13 years, which is more than twice the amount of Ethereum, which has been around for 5 years. Either way, buying one of those two and allocating a certain small percent of your portfolio to one of those things is not going to be a bad thing. And at the worst case, if it goes to 0, you're not really hurting. But if it does really well, then your portfolio is going to thank you. So let me know what questions you have about investing in cryptocurrencies for the first time. I know it can be very scary. I've been there, and I was there investing and buying when it was literally just a toy and new, and everybody was trying to ICO and scam the heck out of you. And today it's a little bit better and more proven. So hopefully your journey is a little smoother than it was for me. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Bye.